An Uber driver warns of a scam that cost him $1,100 worth of his pay, which is about basically like his whole entire week's worth of income. So, a Metro Atlanta man says the scheme targeting rideshare drivers ended with more than $1,100 being stolen from him. The Uber driver told Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray that he thought he was picking up a customer when he got a call from what he thought was Uber security telling him it was a test call because of security concerns about him. But it all turned out to be a trick to get his hard earned pay. They found the perfect prey that day, even in my skepticism, even when I try to be careful, you know, said Uber driver Jihad Allah. With more than 15,000 rides conducted over 7 years, Allah said that he thought he'd seen it all. But then a scammer made off with his entire week's earnings, more than $1,100. In hindsight, I'm like Jihad. You blew through all the red flags, Allah said. Allah said a call came as an in app call from Uber, from someone claiming to be Uber's security and claiming they'd been alerted that a person other than Allah was driving his car. They start asking me basic questions: phone number, make of the car, my whole name, Allah said. Allah said he now realizes in his rush to prove himself, he gave away too much information and access to what turned out to be a scammer who cleaned out his Uber wallet. I was kinda blinded trying to save $100 and end up losing $1,000, Allah said. Uber told Gray that imposter scams are rare on their platform but do happen. The company sent him a statement saying, what this driver experienced is troubling and appears to be the result of a scam by a third party bad actor. We are continuing to investigate and working to get in touch with the driver. We routinely remind riders and drivers to never share personal account information such as passwords or verification codes with anyone, and Uber will never ask for this information. Gray contacted an Uber representative once again on Friday, and they said they had gotten a hold of Allah and they had restored his $1,100 in pay to his Uber wallet. Allah told Gray that Uber also told him about extra security precautions he can use on his account that he wasn't aware of. So I thought it was cool that Uber actually replenished his wallet, but you have to be very careful with these types of scams because the problem with these scams and why they are so good at getting people is that they sometimes, like, because they just do sheer numbers of trying to get these victims, basically all they need to do is have one person at just the right moment to be susceptible to this sort of scam, right? Like if you're like having like a crazy work day, you're pretty stressed out, like you feel like you don't have much time, like you're mentally exhausted, and then you get a call like this, you might end up falling for it. So it's pretty crazy when you really think about it. But just be like safe out there. Don't share personal information to random people that call you, like at all.